Texas, and we are at New Texas here in the ARCA Series, and we will be racing at night. And the track is pretty loose on new tires, but I think once that wears off, once the tires get heated up after a lap or two, it's going to start being really, really tight, especially in 3 and 4, with all the extra grip that the cooler track temp provides. I am the number 3. But I always struggle really bad here for short run pace. I'm really don't have it down to maximize the qualifying run with the tire temp and get that all lined up to where it puts in a decent lap. I can only really do a good lap in the pack once we get 15-20 laps on the tires. And sometimes not even that, but we'll see what we can do here. First lap, I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything with. It's just going to be way too loose on exit. I just have to use this lap to warm up the tires. I'm going to drive it in really deep here. Less grip than we had in practice, because I guess this is a brand new session, unlike practice. Let's try and get a good run to the line. Yep, big loose. So hard to keep it on the white line there, even if you don't get loose. But I don't know if that's the fastest line anyway. Oh, missed the bottom. That's not going to be great, but it shouldn't hurt us too bad. We need to try and have a decent 3 and 4. Just a tiny, tiny lift. Keep it stable, washing up, but carrying more speed. It's going to put me right at about a 30.0, which is the best I ran in practice, so I'm happy with that. 30.024. Bumps us up to 5th. James is in here. He's got a 29.9. I saw a 29.8 in practice. But I was like top 10 with a 30.0, and I just did a 30.0 there, so I'm happy with that. We'll see if we can hang on in a... Get a top 7 qualifying run would be nice, but I imagine there's still a couple left that haven't gone yet. That will probably beat us. If we could just hang on the opening laps and maybe be there at the end, we could survive for a decent one. This version of Texas usually goes pretty clean, so I don't think we're going to get anything to worry about, I wouldn't imagine, but we'll see how it all goes. Barry on his second lap. Probably going to put in a really fast one. He's running the top in 3 and 4. Well, that's the replay. That might be his first lap. This is probably his second lap. Just ran the top in 3 and 4 to carry speed for this one. And it's going to be a 30.073. So we actually beat him by a little bit. Anybody else left to go? The 8 car, who's just now going. That's his first lap, which apparently didn't count. Must have tapped the wall or something. We'll see if this lap counts. Right now we're sitting in 5th still, so I'm pretty happy with that. Starting on the inside. I think the inside is going to be really tough to pass in 1 and 2 later, but early on I think it might be alright. Just have to deal with that looseness. 3 and 4 it's going to be really tough. And he puts in a 30.2, so we will stay 5th. Everybody's got their lap in, and we'll get to going here. That's pretty good. Everyone got in pretty quick. 14-1 on the ratio for me, 60% on the brakes for once it starts getting tight. We can move that to 57 in the car later. We'll see how it goes. At the big tracks, I always do 14-1, pretty much everywhere. Anything bigger than a mile and a half, or anything bigger than a mile, when the 1.5 mile tracks come, I always run 14-1. And some of the mile tracks I run 14-1. I think plenty of fuel to finish the race. I think I usually run 14-1 at Dover and Rockingham. 3,095. But anything shorter than that, I typically run 12-1. Expect to be fighting for the podium. And never beneath that, never below that. I always run 12-1 as my lowest. But that's all just what I'm used to and what I'm comfortable with.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
I know a lot of people want the shorter ratios on the short track, especially because you have to turn the wheels so much, but I don't want to change up what I'm used to.
Waiting on the final car.
It works for me.
Everyone's gridded. You don't get any extra tire sets for this race, so let's be smart out there.
Make sure we turn off everything we don't need, such as fuel and the tear off. We got 35 laps here, so not as much tire fall off as there would be if there was 40. But being a night race, I'm not sure there's going to be a whole bunch of fall off anyway. I'm sure there will be some, but I don't think it's going to be quite as dramatic as you might see during the day. But it is going to be loose to start with. But then it's gonna, I think it's going to swing and get really, really tight.
All right, man. Line up on the inside row. Pit road is closed.
So maybe there will be a lot of fall off. Just people start plowing real bad. See people warming up their tires because this first lap's going to be a doozy. James on pole. We'll see if we can keep him in view. He's always extremely fast. And hopefully we'll have ourselves a good race. A good clean race here. I keep, I don't look at the schedule beforehand usually, so I keep thinking we're coming up on the plate track, which I'm really not looking forward to. I want to keep having my string of clean races. We can have a clean race at the plate track, but it's a lot more likely it won't be. But hopefully that's not next week. But thankfully we got this place this time, and we're coming to the green here.
Come on, man. Pace cars in. Green, green, green.
Oh, 9 car missed a shift. Or started in the wrong gear.
Got one outside. You're clear high, clear high.
That jumps us to third right at the out the get-go. We got very lucky with that. Now I got to figure out how to drive 3 and 4 without tearing the tires off the car. Just be nice and smooth. Try and keep it low. Don't let it wash up too bad to start with here. That is a huge break for us right at the start because that gets us a big gap on all the people that are stuck too wide.
You're in third place.
And it jumps us to third place. Oh my gosh. No turn at all there. That's bad. Doesn't look like I'm going to have anything on either of these two. I figured we wouldn't on James at least. 14's looking fast as well. I just need to try and get into a rhythm, see if we can keep the tires on it, and maybe we can move forward towards the second half. Need to figure out 1 and 2. I'm still not feeling too comfortable. Barry and Kevin back there have gotten clear of that, so they will probably be up here shortly. And if they get a big run on us, we're not going to fight too hard. I don't want to lose the big gap we got behind us to the rest of the field. 14 keeps entering the corner really low in 1 and 2. Got some people coming out on a new car. He's going to be coming out right into 3, but he's going to stay high for everybody, it looks like. Thank you.
Outside. You're clear high, clear high.
We get by him, no problem. Oh man, I don't feel like I'm doing good with the right front at all right now. I'm plowing in 1 and 2. 3 and 4, I feel like I'm all right. I need to get 1 and 2 figured out quickly. I was doing better in practice. Okay, that felt the best so far. Actually got it to turn a little bit without having to crank the wheel a bunch. Try and get to the white line, but don't clip the apron. That will shoot the car up the track and get it very upset.
The lead is at 30.581.
That time I did not get on throttle quick enough, it looks like. We're keeping up with James though, but he is probably into tire saving mode now, since he's got a little bit of a lead. 14 clipped the apron a little bit, but it doesn't hurt as bad as it does in 3 and 4. I don't know why he keeps moving left right before corner entry. It seems like that would really be hurting him speed-wise. Looks like the whole field's catching up to us, but maybe, no, they're about the same. We're just getting caught by Barry. He's got a lap car behind him, 10 that we just got by earlier. But we're all kind of getting scrunched up here now. Maybe I'm the only one going out that wide. Maybe that is just not the correct line. I just feel like I need to arc it into the corner better. Maybe I need to try entering shallower.
Tim, you're not racing.
Oh no, did the 10 get into the back of him? He lost a ton of time right there.
You're pulling away from the car.
I saw he was behind me. I was getting ready to let him go into 1. But then a huge gap opened up. 14, I guess, is just blocking for some reason.
Still there? Towards the line. Stay high. Get up. The next car is clear.
I guess we'll drive around him on the outside then. I didn't think we'd be able to do that there, but all right. Maybe he just lifted for us.
You're in second. Good job, man.
We had another huge break though. Everyone that was racing us behind us fell back even more. And we're able to pass the 14 in 1 corner without much trouble. Now, can we catch up to James? That's the question here.
The lead is at 30.823.
We were a 10th quicker than he was, but I gotta think he's just in tire save mode. I don't think I've done a good job on him. We'll see if we can keep up though. I'm gonna try and not push it too hard. See if we keep the tires on it until the end. Yeah, I think everybody's just entering lower than I am, especially in 3 and 4. Probably faster and better on tires. But we're inching closer, ever so slightly. Got on it a little too early that time. Still not quite to halfway. But don't feel like I've started getting way too tight yet, so I think that's a good sign.
We have 20 laps to go at the line.
But that didn't turn that time. We're almost there. I don't know what's going to happen once we get there. Am I going to be able to make a pass? That would be unexpected. At least he gave us a nice golden retriever to look at for following him. I feel like once I've gotten closer to him, it started getting tighter. Which might just be a placebo. That's not really a thing that happens with this car, I wouldn't think. Aero tight. Could be that I'm focusing more on his bumper than the corner entry, which is why I'm feeling a bit less comfortable handling-wise. Which is a bad habit that I shouldn't be doing.
The lead is at 31.066.
Basically identical lap times from both of us. He keeps it a lot lower there. I went wider, which was quicker for that corner exit, but that's probably worse long run on the tire. .14 still behind us. We can still get fourth in this race. It is not close to over yet, and now we do another bad exit. If I do more of those, that is not going to do good things on the tires, I do not think. And we will be dropping like a rock at the end. It's all about maximizing the speed for the entire race, not just for where you're at right now. They're about to start racing behind us, so maybe that will slow them down a little bit. Otherwise, we're probably going to end up getting caught. Right now, not looking like I'm going to be able to do much. Try and keep the pressure on him, but he's not going to make a mistake. Hopefully I didn't just jinx him, though. Oh, ended way too hard. How many laps to go do we have? 14. Once we get to 10 to go, I think I'll move the brakes back. Not that I'm using brakes in 3 and 4. Oh, and we missed the bottom completely. Crap. That wasn't very good. At least it didn't kill us, since that top line is kind of viable, but lost us a bit on entry. Center of the corner is definitely getting tighter. Feeling all right though.
The lead is at 31.466.
He's just able to get on throttle quicker because his tires are better, which is just getting him out a little bit further ahead through the center. If I try and get on throttle earlier, it's just going to push me out towards the wall.
We have 10 to go this time by.
And I overdrove it again. 10 to go, let's move the brakes. It'll at least help a little bit in 1 and 2. Oh, we're both plowing to the wall. I'm gonna use it up now, I guess.
Thank you, 21.
I don't know if I got anything left. Just cannot clip that apron because that will just shoot us right to the wall. And if we hit the wall out of 4, that could kill our run. And then I underdrive it. He's starting to pull away now, I think. I think we've started getting way too tight. Let's get back into a rhythm here. I keep underdriving it now, trying not to plow, which is causing me to just barely tap the apron and shoot the car up the track. Oh man, no turn left in it. I think he is long gone. He is pulling away steadily. Way more grip. I just completely lost the turn-in into 3. He is just holding it dead even the entire time.
5 to go at the line. We're in a podium position. The leader just did a 31.489.
Yeah, he's up to a 10th quicker now. He's got it, as we expected. There's the apron. Ooh, he got close to the wall that time, though. But still pulling away. I got nothing for him. No tire left. I started driving a lot worse as well once I moved the brakes back. Nothing we can do, just try and hang on here. We're holding the gap behind us pretty well. Even when I think I hit it good, he still gains a 10th on me every corner. Only hope now is if he grabs the wall out of 4, but I don't want to win that way anyway.
2 to go this time by.
2 laps to go. Cover to the white flag, just try and bring it home.
Got the white flag.
One more decent lap and we can have ourselves a nice, solid second place. We got very lucky on the start, which gave us some great track position, which is, I think, what led me to be able to finish in this spot. Plus, we actually qualified fairly decently. So I will take that. I fully expected to qualify like 8th or 12th or something and then be stuck mid-pack. I will take a second place, 0 incident. We got to race James a little bit, and he beat us, as he usually does. Good win. That was fun.
Man. It's over. There you go, man.
Boring.
Sorry about that contact force. Get racing now.
Let's take a look at the damage we did to the right front, because it started getting bad there at the end. $70.87, that's a big split. I bet he's going to be like 86, 84 or something, if he puts it in there. But I am happy with that. Second place, started 5th. Really, we started 3rd there after that start. We just got extremely lucky that the 9 either missed a shift or was in the wrong gear. It looked like he just gassed up from 4th gear or something, which I have certainly done that before. And not a good feeling when that happens, but it's a mistake that I think everyone's done at one point. And he's the first up. Yeah, I just looked like he just did not was not in the right gear, and he immediately knew, so he jumped to the right to try and make sure he didn't wreck anybody. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people got a black flag for that. The 10, maybe just a couple people, but the 10 definitely did. The 4 did his best and stayed behind him. The 9 or the 15 might have also gotten a black flag. But he did the right thing to try and make sure not to wreck anybody, because he knew immediately that he was not going, and he didn't end up wrecking anybody.
But I think that's why the 10 was a lap down.
Oh, and then they do get stacked up here, but the 9 was trying to keep it up to the wall, and they just all got jumbled up there. Nowhere for anybody to go. It just kind of all accordioned into the inside wall there. And we get some blinking. 15 pushing up to the wall. That is so dangerous to do that. He's lucky he was able to keep up some of the momentum there. Some blinking. Jumped to lap 32. Really, no car contact happening at all out there, except right at the beginning. And I think this is the cooldown lap. So yeah, really clean race, and New Texas will give that to you a lot of the time. Just a little mistake at the beginning, and that's all you get for contact. But I'm happy with the second place. We finished second to James, which is always fine. He's extremely fast. He's the number 1 in this race for a reason. I have beat him before, so I got that going for me at least, but normally he beats everybody, and this is no exception. So good win to him, and we get a second place. I'm happy with that. Got very lucky, but I'll take it when I can get it. So yeah, thanks for watching.